You know, guys, this is a little bit Smith home movie, but it's also just a really fun thing we got to do again this summer. So that's JSX. If you've never flown JSX, it is the easiest way to fly with kids or animals or just adults. And we flew from Dallas, so I think it's about an hour and a half flight back up to Taos to stay at the Blake Hotel again. And it's a beautiful place. That's a view. That's Sarah on our balcony, and then this is the flip side. This is the view from our room out onto the base lift there at Taos. And we went from this was in late July. It was 100 and something here in Dallas, and it's 65 degrees. It's so much fun to go. Hey, we got to go. We got to go get jackets out of storage so we can go on vacation. And everything there is heated geothermal, so the pool is warm, the rooms are nice. We just absolutely had a ball. And I want to share with you guys something. So this was obviously a summer trip. We went up there and skied last winter as well as you guys saw. But we had some friends who went up and they skied Angel Fire. And they made comments to us about the fact that they had snow melt there when they skied. And just want to clarify a thing about the difference between Angel Fire and Taos. So Taos is 9,300 base and over 12,000 at the summit, while Angel Fire is only 8,600 at the base and the summit about 2,000 feet less. And that's significant if you know anything at all about altitude and temperatures, because for every, I think it's about every 1,000 feet, there it is right there. So every 1,000 feet that you go up, you pick up between 3 and 5 degrees, and it's very dry up there. So it's more like that 5 degree number. So I don't think you would have that. They would have that same experience skiing on Taos. So we got to do a lot of fun stuff. We started out with some golf. You see Landon there. Landon does not get cheated. When Landon swings the golf ball, nice follow throw, he goes all the way after it. With our buddy Jeff Sherwood there with the knee brace. It's heck getting old. We all got to play. The golf course is really lush, and these photos don't really kind of do it justice. So your high desert golf course is at 7,100 feet. By the way, I don't hit it very far anymore. I'm 250 is a good drive. 260 is a bomb for me. I hit on two greens over 300 yards at par four. That golf course is at 7,100 feet. So if you want to feel like a young man again, go to Taos and play golf. Sarah's been taking some lessons. She's been working on her game. Still got issues with her left ankle where she broke it last December. She can't get over on top of it, but getting better. And even my little Hollis right here, little Hollis has got he's so tall. He's 95th percentile height and all gangly arms and legs. His granddaddy was 6'8", so he may be a big boy. But this is about an hour away from Taos. This was a place called the Castillo Valley. I hope I pronounced that right, but it's a river that they have dammed down the river a little bit, and they've stocked it. They had they killed all the fish above that dam, and then they stocked it with only New Mexico native cutthroats. So that's all you're going to catch up there. And we had a ball. Now I think this actually may have been below the dam, but it's just beautiful. And so part of the challenge in fishing with the boys is, as Jeff talked about, there's some places we could go to catch, some 20-plus-inch rainbows and some big browns. But we've got to be somewhere the boys really can't hike in. I mean, the boys can go 100 yards before a sticker or something. So this was great. The road that you don't see is just to our left there, maybe 100 yards away. So.
Uh-oh, Hoss, yours is messed up, Bubba. Let me fix it for you. Can you?
You're doing really good. Those are all perfect flows. That's exactly what we want. Not too fast, not too slow, right in that seam. And that's where the tricks are.
Super easy access. Matter of fact, there's the road. There's our shore lunch. Sarah and Jeff kept fishing. The boys and I went up, had a peanut butter sandwich, and just had a beautiful, great, fun day. I kept thinking Bigfoot was going to walk out of the woods up there somewhere. And, I've not gotten to fly fish very much, but I really enjoyed it. This is one of those cutthroats. And again, there's a little guy here, but just beautiful, beautiful little fish. And, but I hope we get to go up there. If not before, certainly when the boys get older, but maybe just once where Sarah and I can go up there by ourselves and get with the guide and go in where there's some truly big fish and some spectacular scenery as well. But again, you're not going to make a 30-minute hike with two little boys. So we didn't. So anyway, we had a great time. got to fly fish, got to play
See
some
you, Isaac.
golf,
Bye bye. See
and
ya.
then we got to do some other fun stuff as well. I'm gonna give you all a little bit more footage here from the fly fishing. So I fished a lot in the river in northern Arkansas as a kid, but never fly fish. We'd go spinning gear fishing and catch trout. This is all that fish, all those fish that got caught last summer were with Sarah. I just fished with the boys, and when we did fish, we used little rods and reels, little loose rod and reels. This is my first ever fish on a fly rod. And it's below that dam. Those fish were just piled up in there. You could see them with my water link. And by the way, you got to have polarized glasses. Good water and polarized glasses, I can see them. So that is not a giant, but my first ever fly fish. And you will see me with the fly rod in my hand again in the future. It is, it's just a whole different kind of fishing. And I really, really enjoyed it. I got a little creek here behind the
You're so
office. It's got some
slick.
panfish in it. I was a little stunned to see the cost on a good fly rod. So I haven't gone and pulled the trigger on one yet, but man, we had such a great time. You see Sarah there filming me and Jeff
You
up
get him?
minding the boys on top of the hill there. So that was my
Hey!
giant first fish on a fly rod on a fly fish. So by the way, there's also
So,
float
Daddy and
fishing, but
Hollis, look at the waterfall.
that water is not
Going
in
up
my
lift
control.
4.
And when I have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old,
Say
I'm
hi, everybody.
probably way over. And again, by the way, guys,
And
some of you
Mama
don't know
and
this. Those are
Landon.
my kids. Those are
Uncle
not my
Jeff way up in
grandkids.
front of us.
All this Atlanta,
Way
they're
up in
mine. I
front of
get those
us.
comments all the time from my videos. But
Hollis, Daddy skied
um,
down this.
I just,
Yeah, when it was
I'm
covered in
not
snow, I
terribly
skied down it.
comfortable in moving water anyway, which
That's
is just
crazy, isn't it?
funny as much as I fished in my life.
Look
But
at the mountain over there, Hollis. Look
moving
how.
water spooks me a
No,
little bit, and
last
when I
winter.
can't
Remember when we
control
came
what
up
the
here?
boat's
Daddy
doing
skied
and
all
I'm not
this.
driving the boat, I just am not ready to put
Yeah.
those boys in a float trip to fish. Likewise, Jeff tried to let us go hot air ballooning over the gorge up there, and that is a big gigantic sack of nope for me. I am not getting in a hot air balloon, but a lot of people do. And a lot of people said it's beautiful, and he said once I got up there, it would calm my nerves, but I got a healthy fear of heights anyway, so didn't do it. So the other big activity up here is mountain biking. And so see if you see one here in just a second. One of the next few there, that's not one right there. But okay, so that next thing you see right there on the left going down the hill, those are bike racks. So you can actually just put your bike on there, go up the hill, and then mountain bike back down, basically back down the runs, and there's roads. You can do kind of whatever you want up there. So there are a lot of mountain bikers. Now, the cool thing about this is, by the way, in the summertime, it's there's a little bit of a crowd up there. Now, having said that, I made the comment on our skiing video last year. I never waited in one single lift line when we skied up there before. We skied a Sunday through a Thursday. Never waited in a lift line. And certainly in the summertime, you don't. There's just you got the town to yourself. I mean, it's really fun. It's still fully staffed. And you just got the town to yourself, and so that was a lot of fun. But Hollis told me on this lift, he said, "Daddy, I'm not afraid of heights anymore," which was so much fun to hear him say that because he had been pretty afraid of the lifts. So if we go back up this winter, I get a feeling Hollis is going to have his skis on going up the lift with Daddy. So this is going up, and I think you're going to see
You know what guys
Kachina
do?
Peak here in a second.
They
Let's
put their
jump ahead real
bicycles
quick
on
here
this
and see
thing
if
and
we can
ride
find the Kachina
down.
Peak.
Is that kooky or what? Okay, so this is called the bar.
A bar?
Yep.
That's like our table is on a bar.
Uh-huh. All right, so we'll go a little bit further. A little bit further. Look at this. Are we we're above everybody. I'll show you some cool stuff when we get up here. Okay, so now then, we'll go a little bit further. A little bit further. Okay, now we go bar up. There goes the bar. Okay. Now we lift our feet up, so that way your tips are up, okay? And then we just scooch up, we step right out, and run for your life!
Did you know we beat you?
I saw you guys up here.
And if you get legs get tired, no problem. You got the Mama Sherpa up there. So that's the top of lift 4, 10,821 feet. And Sarah's walking towards the Kachina Peak, which is a Kachina Peak lift in front of her that takes you up to the 12,000, almost 500-foot peak. It's just to us right there. It is right there. That's behind Hollis, that big boulder field, and that's the Kachina Peak at the very top left of the picture right there. And Hollis standing there at the bottom of it. This is Landon and I riding back down. I just got some good footage there. You can kind of see some of the bike trails you ride down. It looks pretty hairy to me. I don't think it's something the boys are ready to do yet, but there's something really cool for the boys. So let me show you the bike park. Landon riding back down with me. A really cool bike park back down the hill here for them. This is coming back down lift four, and it's going to end right here at the Bavarian, which is the
Moving on,
restaurant
side to
part of the way
side.
up the hill. Some really good sausage we had there, and then we
Okay,
had
it'll
lunch
get
there. And
better.
then there's a store, and of course this is where the most of the mountain biking is done from here. This is where it goes, and then this is down just below the Bavarian, the boys' little bike park. And so, and I thought this was kind of fun because, Hollis he's not quite, actually, he is now, but at this point, he wasn't quite on a pedal bicycle yet. And it was still fun for them. And then I could see, I mean, there's a ramp right there to the right those kids can go off of. So I would think this would be fun for kids from, Landon's age all the way up to probably 10, 11, 12 years old, or maybe older, because there's some pretty fun stuff inside the little bike park there that they can do. And then Hollis goes off into the rocks there, but no damage done. Now, I'm going to say this bike park's probably 2 acres. I mean, it's pretty good size. The boys really kind of stayed in this one little section most of the time, and they had a ball. Matter of fact, I know we went up there twice. We may have gone up there 3 different times. For some reason, none of those times did we think to take wine with us. But Landon's here somewhere at there. Let's see, is that Mahalis? That's still Mahalis. Oh no, that's Hollis. But this was something they just absolutely loved. The little bicycle seesaw. Even though it said only go one way, I had to reinforce that multiple times. And here comes Landon over the bicycle seesaw on his little non-pedal bike. And again, this was one of their favorite things to do. Of all the cool stuff we did, they wanted to go back to
5
that bike
west,
park
turn your
over
90.
and over and over.
10,000 foot elevation in the bike park, Taos Ski Valley. Probably what, 68 degrees?
Dad.
65 degrees. She's got her hands alarm crossed because she's chilly.
That's Sarah and Hollis at the top of the bike park, and it's just, that's the Hondo River by the Blake Hotel there. But one of my favorite pictures from this trip was Jeff and Sarah over there fishing up there in that beautiful area. We called it Jurassic Park, but this is the stuff that make memories. I think my boys will remember it. I hope all their lives. I certainly will, and we all just had the best time, and that's my favorite picture right there of all of us. And Landon's such a stinker. This is a picture at the top. Of course, Landon did not want to be in the picture, and then of course, that's that child. We all have that child, right? So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this, and we'll be back fishing real soon.